Well, howdy. Well, sorry about missing last stream. I was feeling it. If you'd like... Oh no, how dare. If you'd like, I am doing bacon tomorrow. Come over tomorrow then. I'll just get across a whole sea and it'll be fine. Okay, so last time we left off, we were doing... Oh, we had just gotten into... Oh, yeah. I'll see you then. I'll pick you up. Meet you in Rapid. Damn, the title screen music on this goes hard. I want to see if I can find that. I think Steam offers just like straight up the soundtrack. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that happened. We're gonna shift that over a little bit. Yeah, it is. Oh, they do offer their soundtrack, but it is $10. Oh, they break it down by days and everything too, along with individual songs. Like Ruben has one named "Saved Twice." But last time, we had completed day 3. Was that last time? Yes, we had completed last time we had completed day 3. And we had found a gal who had 2 viruses, plagues. She had both the plague and a separate illness. We did not properly diagnose that one, much to my sadness. I tried. Ripskis to the dancing girl from the step. She will be missed. It was one or the other. Like, I had gotten it down to 2, so the next time that I have to do day 3, I'll just try the other one. If I can remember by that point. Because you can't, it seems you can't find out until the next day, or until the end of that day, so you'd still have to play through the whole day. But we had made it to the hospital. We are working together with the Changeling and the Haruspecs to try and get a handle on this. The Bachelor himself isn't super confident in their abilities, which, I mean, makes sense. He's an actual trained Bachelor in medicine, whereas one is a magical little girl, and the other one is... in 5 Discords, how dare. I'm just gonna let that go. But, and the other one being, while a trained physician, he also did a lot of hands-on learning in the local area, thus making it much more... I guess the best term that I can use is folksy, that I know of. It's a lot more herbs and topical remedies than like trying to create medicine and virus and vaccines. That is a really good question. I mean, it seems once you get into day 4, if you make the right choices on day 3, which it kind of holds your hand up until that point. Because, like, once I completed day 3, it was very much, okay, what do I do now? Because I was fairly certain I couldn't go back to 1 or 2. Which reminds me, this game has unlocked a love that I didn't quite fully have developed, which was, apparently I love games with well thought out time travel. Like, I am now seriously debating, depending on how all this goes. Yeah, I tried to do day 1 right away because I wanted to see what happened, and he went, no, you already bored the crap out of me. And then we did day 2, and he went, what point? There was no plague at this point. Why should I care? When in the original day 2 was a really important day for trying to find evidence of the plague and prove that it existed. It was all political maneuvering. Yeah, now I really want to try doing the Legacy of Kain games, specifically the Soul Reaver ones. Recently had remasters go through, and there's a line, I know I said it during, I think it was the first stream of this. There's a specific quote from, I think it's one of the kids, while they're being cryptic and weird, which the kids are always cryptic and weird in Pathologic, about a coin landing on its edge, which is I didn't know if it was a direct reference or just like a callback or just a coincidence, but the second Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver game uses almost that exact same line about trying to land a coin on its edge in its time travel mechanics, that it was just like it knocked me out of the chair for a moment, head in hands, trying to figure out what the hell was going on. I don't think there's been a bit of this game that I have not enjoyed. But when it comes to, like, yeah, it is amazing. It is everything that I hoped it would be. I wish that it was a little more open, but I kind of see what they're doing now that I'm at the point where I can make decrees, in that the town has to even survive to that point with the choices that you've made. Like right now, I can't go past day 6, or I can't go to day 6, because the estimates for the town, and I'm guessing the truth of the town, is that it gets destroyed by the plague by that point. I can actually show you when we get in. But I'm super excited to get back into it, and we are right in the middle of the hospital. Like, we met with the changeling on the steps of the hospital, and we just walked in and found out that that girl that I diagnosed yesterday is dead. Because the other plague the other sickness killed her. Which that's a whole nother thing that I can gush about for another 10 minutes. Just the finding out that, hey, that girl has 2 separate illnesses. She does actually have the plague. I'm gonna be honest, you're probably gonna see me mess up quite a bit. And, like, yesterday, I literally pushed the time mechanics to its limit, to the point where it kicked me out of the day. Like, it went, okay, you're at the end of the day. You're in the middle of traveling. Like, I was literally in the middle of the traveling loading screen, and in the middle of it, I hadn't even completed it, it kicked me to the end of day. So, we'll see what happens. I know that time is, like, you died right away. I mean, at least you didn't get so manic that you couldn't talk to anybody on your first day. But yeah, it's out of everything I had seen, it is everything I wanted and more. There was like one part where I was like, okay, are they doing something different than what I thought they were doing? And then they did the something different with the exact system. Like, it was the apathy and mania. Instead of it being like an apathy or mania as like a town-wide, no, it wasn't that. It was for the Bachelor instead. But then now I'm at the point where there is a plague spread and discontent, which is kind of like what I was expecting the apathy and mania to be. Like, an apathy being, we're resigned to our fate, we don't care, so we're just going to walk around the town and spread the plague, or mania as, we are rioting, we are spreading the plague by being so close to each other. And I thought that was kind of what it was going to be, but it wasn't. But then it turns out there's still a discontent system and contagion system, which is going to be a whole lot of fun, because of course the more content that they are usually comes with the downside of being more likely to spread the plague or using a lot of resources. But probably no more waxing on about this. Let's go ahead and get into it. Let's try and cure some people, because we're finally there. It took us 3 streams. Okay, so it looks like it... I forget if I walked in and out of here. Oh, I know how I can check. The mind map. Thoughts. So yeah, day 4. I could try doing the escape stuff, but I don't. Seeing as that's the one thing that the inspector was waxing on about trying to escape on day 4, I'm not gonna even try any of that stuff till later. And there's this mysterious lady from the Capitol investigating stuff about Simon. So I am not going to touch that either, because it seems right now I need to get in the good books of the inspector before I can really get things opened. And doing it... Hi, Wesker. Hey, he's a little boy. He's a little bastard, man. We love that boy. Everyone say hi to Wesker. But I feel like focusing on the plague for the first little bit to even get to a point of even getting to a point of being able to do that sort of time travel anywhere would be more important. Oh yeah, and then there's this thing about the guy buried alive in the cemetery, which the inspector was also going on and on about us wasting our time doing that. If we have time after we are done at the hospital for the day, we might go try and follow through on this. But then again, we could also try the Mysterious Lady. Mysterious Lady might be more important. I kind of want to go against what the investigator said we did for the first little bit. Oh yeah, and then there's this stuff with Laura Ravel. We'll probably do that instead. Because her specific thing is that she was building like a care house for them. Yeah, the inspector is a little... He's very particular in a way that I'm not fond of. Oh yeah, yesterday young Barack and I struck a deal. I'm waiting for his assistance at the hospital. Okay, so it doesn't look like... Let's... Oh. Yakov Little, my assistant. Okay, so it does look like I need to redo this conversation with him. But it'll be good to get things in place. Why did he show up? Where did he come from? There isn't even a school here. I didn't ask for an assistant. I didn't ask for him to climb into the jaws of the plague with me. I never asked for this. Oh god, can he die? Oh, that probably means that anybody with like this splash screen can die and be replaced by a shadow. Oh god, what if he's like a guaranteed death? Is that why he's going, I never asked for this? Like, oh shit. Okay.
He who does not look down on others stands highest.
Doctor, there you are. I've been appointed your assistant through my education. In short, I'm not even a veterinarian, just dabbling in medicine, really. I hope you don't send me away on the first day. Oh, I forgot to introduce myself. Yakov Little, at your service. We'll see. There's lots to do. We'll find a use for you. Thank you for trusting me. I solemnly promise that I will learn everything. I catch it on the fly. The governor's people found me. I used to do some stitching on them when needed. If they saw you out, that means they survived your mending. That's something, at least. Allow me a question. Yesterday, you ordered us to look for people whose test results suggest sandpest, but don't have any signs. Have its signs or symptoms. How can that be? Intercurrent disease. Another infection suppresses the plague for a time, supposedly. What's with the dancer from yesterday? How is she feeling? Did you get any reports? And she's dead. I did. She died, but not from the sandpest. 2 diseases weakened her. If we'd treated the other one, maybe she'd have lived a wee bit longer. But there's good news, too. I ventured to test the whole pub for plague this morning. Everyone's clean, so the dancer wasn't contagious then? That's what I had hoped for. That intercurrent patients are not just immune, but also safe around the uninfected. So we're going to make our drug from the blood of these kinds of patients, the ones the plague doesn't kill outright? Did I get that right? Our vaccine will try, how do I say it, to pass the resistance on to others? We won't get a universal treatment right away, but if our serum works in at least some cases, it will still be a victory. That's how it'll be, huh? We'll find patients, carry them straight to the centrifuge to make a vaccine out of them? Doesn't sound humane. No, we diagnose them first, or the centrifuge will spin who knows what. We'll do an interview, a physical exam, a second interview about symptoms, tests maybe, but not for plague. That might be a quandary. The microscope you brought from the capital, we installed it like some monument, but we couldn't find any slides or reagents for it. We're looking for them. We'll try to do without the microscope for now. Might even be for the better while you're still learning. We'll find everything. It's my first day working. Please don't be too harsh. It's bedlam over here. I only just discouraged the orderlies from plundering the other costumes, besides the bird ones. Alright, here. I put together a list of diseases we might encounter in patients who resist the plague, but it's easier to show that in action. One on a live specimen, so to speak. Live specimens coming up. We found 3 patients for you. Luda, a shopkeeper, Finch, a dyer, and... Wait a minute. Let me at least have a look around first, see if the theater is any good at playing the hospital in our play. My mania is always so high. So I take it... Oh, we've got a couple sick ones. Is there... Oh, so that's our assistant. So, must be these 3 are the ones we'll be talking to. We need to take some drugs. There we go. And we will... We'll take this. That's better. That at least helps. And then, so, this is the changeling who we had met yesterday. Is this more meds? A hygienic checkpoint for sanitizing the quick symptomatic treatment.
If only I could get a good sleep.
Anyone entering with a cold will leave with a bunch of other diseases. Hey!
Don't walk in front of a bull, behind a horse, or around a thief from any side.
Mendi Mchen, turning the theater into a hospital. I don't think you could have chosen a better place. Or a worse one. I used to come see plays here. I even participated in a few. If you weren't here... Yeah. We'll see how it goes. I'm trying to play him as I kind of see him, but also more competent. Because The Bachelor, in every rendition of the story in which the player was not in direct control, he's always been dickish, prickish. He's not particularly good with people. So, kind of playing him as more of a... hopefully a bit more just sass instead of just outright asshole. God, it's gonna be one of those days. Assholishness. But this, the hard specs, you play him in too. Yeah, words are hard. Especially when I was trying to mash that one. When a town lacks even a basic clinic, one has to improvise. Now that the hospital's been set up, our work can begin. I'm ready to help. More than just help. I want to make a panacea, a medicine that will cure the sand plague. I believe it's possible. I believe it's possible. Really? Well, if you're so bold, then we may need tissue samples from the infected. The more the better. I don't... So, basically, the way that these three characters all cure the plague are different. The Haruspex works for a cure to, well, cure those that are actively infected. The Bachelor prefers vaccines, helping those that are not infected yet. And then Changeling's magic hands cure infection by changing their blood, is the way that the game describes it. It changes something about them in a way that makes them more resilient, whether it be, making... but like the end point of the Changelings playthrough, spoilers, but I don't think it's going to come to terms in this, and also that game is from 2005. It's 20 years old at this point. Cover your ears if you are worried, I guess. The Changeling would cure individuals, or would cure basically the whole town of the plague by ritual sacrifice of a single person. They would use their magic powers on that single person to such a point and then sacrifice them, which would make both cures and vaccines, but at the cost of like every year or two having to sacrifice somebody. But I do think that working with them is going to be our best case scenario, as well, frankly, having a cure alongside a vaccine is a lot more effective than one or the other. Really? Well, if you're so bold, then we'll need tissue samples from the affected. The more the better. Okay, fine. We're getting apathetic about this. No need to talk to me like a child. This isn't just wishful thinking, and infected are not something we're going to be short of, Mshan. You don't understand, Barak. We need special patients to see how the body reacts to the plague. We need people that are sick with something else too. Do you have any idea where we can find them? I think I know what you're getting at. You're interested in the termitary, aren't you? The elder old Minsky became suspiciously nervous yesterday when the termitary was mentioned. The one thing that I never really got a direct answer on, and I don't think any of the games really say, is if the termitary actually was a main point of infection. Like if it was infected before everything else or not. But also considering the fact that the dancer, the dancer isn't really a good example because she's been out of the termitary for like a month. So at the very least it couldn't have been there for a month. But the elder old Minsky became suspiciously nervous yesterday when the termitary was mentioned. I heard it's been sealed off to protect the people inside from the sand plague. Come on, Barak, you have a good nose, don't you? What does that excuse smell like? Lies. See? Shameless, brazen lies. See, I can sniff these things out too, in my own way. So you want me to find out what's going on in the termitary? Not just that, if conditions inside the termitary are unsanitary, and it's been completely sealed off, that makes it a perfect petri dish. And you need a sample from that dish. If there's an outbreak at the old Minsky's plant, I need an intercurrent patient from inside who I can compare to those infected in the town. Find me one, Barak. You're a local. You must know a way to get inside. All right, physician. It's a deal. You'll have your patient. But I have a request of my own. Well, you're no slouch, haggling already. It's only a small favor. I might be in the termitary for some time, and there are children in town I'm responsible for. They need to be looked after. While I'm away, I ask you to be their, what's the word you people use? Their guardian. Fine, whatever. Babysitting it is, then. Oh! Mania. Thanks, physician. Then it's a deal. By the way, before I forget, I have this trinket here. It belonged to my father, but I suspect you might need it more than I do. 3 children. That's exactly 3 more than I'm used to. Children's shepherd. Barack agreed to bring a patient from the termitary to me. He asked for a small favor in return. To watch over the children entrusted to him. Is there... Oh, there's a section on the map. So let's finish up here, and then we'll head to the kids. I figure all of them are probably going... The other two, the Changeling and the Haruspecs, are probably going to ask points of interest left unexplored. Oh! So yesterday I got an item that was stained glass. It was shards of stained glass. And there are, apart from the sounds of the item description, there are hidden locations in every area that have this. There are some points of interest left. So I'm guessing in this area, if I was to use those shards of glass, it would probably like mark it on my map. The issue is I don't think I have those anymore. I do not. Well, what did he give me, by the way? There's no artifacts. Oh, okay. Diagnosis confirmed. Wait, so... Did I save her or not? I'm gonna go with no. Okay. And Changeling. Hey, bud.
My poor town. Torn apart.
Oh, we can talk again?
Any choice is right, so long as it's willed.
Oh. What
That's
else?
the truth.
Wow. Yeah, she might not be able to be saved. It says diagnosis confirmed, and I mean, in a way it's been confirmed that it's not what I diagnosed her. That is a form of confirmation. It just confirmed to me that I was incorrect. Yeah, with the way that they've worded around it, it would make it seem like even if she is a tutorial, she's a tutorial that you can pass and gain something from. Like the way that when talking with Yankov, about the fact that she passed, and if we had found the correct diagnosis, it would have been fine. That she would have still been around. I don't know. Maybe it's one of those where I just try and redo day 3 and just redo that specific section to try. Because it was either one or the other, and it would at least give me an idea. Maybe at the end of this day, after we've done all this, we'll try. And we'll just speed run it. It could be if you don't get it right, you die. But also, with the specific wording around it of if we had correctly diagnosed her, maybe we could have saved her. Yeah, and that's kind of what I'm thinking is it's if we don't get it correct, she dies, and she died. So I'm thinking that I gotta go back and redo at least that section of day 3. I just want to clarify one thing with you. You said you intend to make a panacea. Are you serious? Yes. If you ever bothered to open a dictionary, you might have read the definition: a cure for all diseases. Actually, no. You're using that name to refer to a cure for the sand pest? I didn't choose the word lightly. They can hold a belief that the sand plague brings together all diseases at once. It's a primordial, original disease. Before You dismiss that as just a fairy tale. Keep in mind, my father shared this belief, and you acknowledge his credibility. Your father survived the previous outbreak and kept the town from perishing then. That's why his opinion carries weight with me. Mshen, we don't have time for debates. Here's your answer. Yes, I hope to find a cure for the plague to save those who are already sick. You hope to make an effective vaccine to prevent the plague, to stop it from spreading. Have you made any progress on your cure already? You won't like it. Yesterday you told the whole town you think the dead gruel the Adong-hee brew is nonsense, but I think they're looking in the right direction. Herbs and blood are needed, but not the ones they have. Which ones exactly I haven't figured out yet. But the key to salvation, the solution to the plague, it's here somewhere. That's on day 4 he already has the basics for it. That's super neat. 'Cause in Howdy. Or Meowdy. Wow. The one thing Horror Hog knows me for. I don't even say the first time somebody comes by. But one of the dire ingredients to his cure is not human blood, it's bull blood. And there's actually a scene in the first game where, as the Bachelor, you can screw him over by having a bull burned because it's impaled on a spike. And it's I've been following the games for a little bit of time now. It was definitely after Pathologic 2 had released. But man, I love that they're still consistent, even though it's, the first game was released in 2005. I see. My thoughts about the vaccine were also based on that nightmarish concoction, although I've since left it far behind. We're both still at the beginning of our paths. We have nothing to fight over. We're not getting in each other's way. Maybe one day that day will come, but today is not that day. You're right, and I'll be glad if you succeed, if you really do find a way to cure the sick. That's really interesting, because you never had the option to really tell him that. You could either dismiss it or just go, okay, bye. But being able to directly tell him, I hope that you can figure it out. I see why so many people ship them, though. Especially after this one released. Alright. I think that's about everybody. Oh. More trouble than it's worth. A dubious construction. Was it worth a try? What is this? Is it, a raised bed? I mean, it's very much like a crane situation. Is there a set of stairs? No, okay. Well, let's talk to our assistant.
Neither snow, nor pain, nor heat, nor gloom of night.
Yakov Little. So, doctor, have you had a look around? Is everything to your liking? Is it all set up properly? It'll do. You can't do better in a day anyway. We did our best. Didn't sleep all night. Please tell us if something's not right. Where are the patients I'm supposed to examine personally? Don't tell me they're up there on the stage. What a place you found for them. Where else would they be? It's for clarity, to separate them from the patients we wouldn't dare distract you with. Besides, the theater seems to dictate its own rules. Even now that it's a hospital, the moment you walk in, your eyes are drawn to the stage. That's where the most interesting things happen. There's something to it. A bachelor from the capital performing a show called Diagnostics in a provincial theater. Well then, shall we get to work? We followed your instructions. Looked for those who lasted more than 5 to 8 hours with the plague. We found 2. Luda the shopkeeper, and Filat a guard at the termitary. The third one, Finch, came to us on his own. Who's this volunteer, Finch? Just an ordinary worker, already written himself off. When he came to turn himself in at the hospital, he asked for something for his head. Said it was aching. What about the shopkeeper? Relocated from an infected district. Says she feels fine, just had a fever. I'd ask if you allow it to start with her. She's been waiting the longest. It's awkward. Okay, so we should start with the gal. And Fila, you say, guards that very dormitory for the Bull Enterprise workers that Big Vlad quarantined? That's right, must have caught it while he was on watch. He won't get much in the way from complaints from Fila. Probably best to leave his case for last. If it's not too bold of me to be giving advice to a luminary like you, very well, let's begin. Who did you ask me to start with, Luda? All right, have it your way. First base. Yeah, people, even before 3 released, a lot of people were shipping the Bachelor and the Hair specs. For obvious reasons. Luda, relocated from an infected district. She's been waiting the longest. My assistant asked me to start with her. You look familiar. Oh, that's just a... Oh. Guys, I found a glitch. Hi, game that's been out for like 2 to 3 weeks. Is that only... It's only on some of them. Okay. Oh, my assistant's back here. Oh, he's got a little tragedian, like, buckle. Okay, time is ticking. This is the microscope that I can't use yet. Oh, loot. Oh, loot. What's this? Ooh, it's reagents. A plant-based dye used in a microscope. Yeah, I mean... Well, hold on to that hit option. That actually might come in handy if I'm here too long. Asepsis will be of no use here. A true operating theater. Acoustics included. Nowhere to separate the contaminated from the clean. Stuffiness spells doom for the operating room. And a mirror for me to break, but I am full up on my amalgams. There is no point. Amalgam is the time travel juice. It's shown by when I... Oh, looks like that's full. That cracked mirror icon in the top left, that is the amalgam indicator. It's as if the patients are attending a public trial. The reception is at the very back of the hospital. Oh dear. Ladies and gentlemen, I have syphilis. Applause. Who wouldn't diminish their sufferings passing by all the bedridden? My self-appointed assistant, self-taught too. Understanding of medicine quite remote. Where's Little's equipment? What competence do the locals have? How am I supposed to help anyone like this? And ooh, gimme. What do we got here? Herbal mixture. A folk sedative. Works a little better than a lullaby. Addictive. Less effective with every use. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. So my morphine is less and less addictive. Alkaloid extracted from henbane speeds up the heart rate, disrupts memory, provokes fits of rage, immensely invigorating. And we've already seen the Meridor, we've already seen the Calomel, and we've already seen the morphine. Okay. Oh, my inventory is full. Okay. I don't have any slides, so I can't... Oh, chair. The spotlight is blazing. I'm going to sweat a lot. I pity the patients with fever. And on the right, the screams of surgical patients who can't be anesthetized. Doctors aren't trusted as it is. And then they expect people to undress on stage. Okay, so this is where I probably pull them aside. Okay.
I'd rather not hear this.
Yeah, let's piss them off. Yeah, it's such a good game. If you want the very quick breakdown, you are a doctor who is being interrogated for your failures to protect the town. And as part of your interrogation, you go back and tell a portion of the story, which then leads into full-blown mechanics on time travel. It is based off of another game in the series. Well, another 2 games. If there's any game that I recommend starting with, it would be either 1 or 2, because a lot of the stuff that's been going on in 3 is complicated. I mean, it's a game involving time travel that you really should, that does a lot more if you have at least some understanding of at least the second game. But if you is a thing medically, and it's caused by a virus passed by voles. Oh, like similar to like small rodents, right? Yeah, somewhere in between like a rat and a mole. Small rodents that are relatives of lemmings and hamsters. Okay. But if there's any game to start with, if you want good mechanics but to be potentially confused, the second one is a lot better. Just gameplay wise, it's a lot easier to get into and is on every modern platform except for I think maybe PlayStation. I know it's on Xbox. I don't think it's on any of the Switches, but it's a little performance intensive, so I get it. But like computer and Xbox for certain. Yeah, and it's a lot easier to play. Like, playing the first one, I mean, the original game released in '05, and at the time it had some groundbreaking mechanics, like the need for hunger, sleep, and I think those are, hunger, sleep, immunity, and infection were all separate bars that you could interact with. So, like, if you want something that's a little easier to follow and has some important parts, like when I was playing 2 for the first time, in like the first 15 minutes there was a moment where I had to go, oh wait, is this connected to a secret ending in the first game? And after like thinking over, I was like, yeah, that's definitely what they're trying to do here. But 2 is a lot of fun and is much more polished. And and in 2, instead of playing as the Bachelor, who we're playing as now, you play as the Haruspecs, one of the guys we just talked to. And I think, if I remember correctly, that one has a whole, like, alchemy is the best way to call it, system for trying to create a cure for the plague. And you can spend time and, work on that. I think the first one did too. Did she have swollen lymph nodes or no? Oh, you mean the thing that I diagnosed her with? Yeah, none of the diagnoses that I had more than, because there was like 9 different symptoms that you could pick up on for both of them. But they both had 4 or 5 different symptoms all attached to it. And they mostly lined up the same. It was more connected with, at that point it was, do I think it's more likely that she got it from one area or another? And the 2 choices were a super rural came from like super rural areas or in packed areas. And she had talked about starting getting sick in the termitary, which is known for being extremely packed. But before that, she had lived in an area that was super rural. So it was kind of like okay, this is kind of a coin toss. As the symptoms didn't start until she moved into the termitary, I'm going to go with that. But that might not have been the right option because, of course, some sicknesses can have delayed symptoms. So, kind of thinking that's why it's just the other one. Yeah, and they don't really give you a lot more about this about the diseases than like here are the symptoms that you'll be able to find, and then like their basic causes like crowded living conditions, stuff like that. They don't give you the super in-depth things like long onset times. Unless it's like super relevant, I think. Yeah, it definitely felt like that. Like it was okay, I need to get as close as possible without like jumping to too many conclusions, because of course if you jump to too many conclusions you just end up with a wrong diagnosis in the first place. Like saying, I actually do have the VOD up on the VOD channel, which links in the bio, which it should be up there. Oh man, did I post the last VOD? I don't think I did. I didn't. I'll have to post that one after this. But there's, it's so good. I love this game. Like, there's a little bit of me that has been waiting for every stream that I plan on playing it. But let's continue, because I can keep yapping for another half hour, and I probably will at a later point in the stream. I'm healthy, just so you know. I don't have anything. Why did they bring you here, then? I mean, I'm already noticing that she's got this discoloration around her eyes, which might, of course, be from sleeping or overworking, but also very likely related to whatever's going on. I have a fever for no reason, that's why, but it stopped already, and I'm better now. I have no scratches on my skin, no yellowing, no sandpaper scratchies, no drought in the mouth. Did you treat your fever at home? But why would you write them down? You gotta do it each time. You gotta get into it. I mean, if the diagnosis confirmed thing is actually... Yeah, it does seem to be that detailed. Like, I had to determine whether weakness in a gal's knees who was a typical dancer was related to the disease or fatigue. I had to figure that, like, I had to conceptualize if that was a thing or not. It gets pretty detailed. Oh my gosh, like House? Oh, I see you mentioned, yeah. I would love the opportunity. I mean, that was something you could do in the original, is you had lockpicks. You could break into people's houses, although it was not used for medical purposes. It was used for survival purposes, because you could just straight up steal from them. Our house was cleared after the infection came. People were sent wherever there was a space. Some were lucky and ended up in an empty living room. Some got an attic or a cellar. Us, we were put in a boiler room. A boiler room, you say? Was it turned on? Of course, the air was so stuffy in there, I tell you, but there was a silver lining. No sickness can survive that hellfire. Convincing, but I'll need to examine you. Please undress there behind the screen. Alright, so 10 minutes will be spent examining. Enter inspection. Very pale skin, rarely leaves her home, not much time in the sun. She's got a normal heart rate. Same here. Arms. Oh! Hematoma. Maybe she bumped into something? Maybe it's a symptom. I should ask where the bruise came from. I mean, that's a massive like, that's her entire forearm. A bruise like that on my forearm would leave everybody wondering what the hell I had done. Arms reverse. Still just the signs of that hematoma. Legs. Leggies. Nothing on the fronts. Anything up? Shit. Okay, that did take more time. Damn it. Her feet were kind of grayish, but luckily the game is pretty good about, like, did you see when I had examined the arms, words had come up and said he talked about the hematoma? It is pretty good about going, okay, here's an odd thing. Oh, she may be anemic. And that could explain the large bruise. I mean, I gotta talk to her about the bruise anyway. So let's do that. But the game is pretty good. Yeah, it'll mark the stuff right off the bat. That's kind of why I was wondering about the eyes, because you can't actually examine that. You done with the exam, doctor? Can I go now? Absolutely not. An examination with no questions asked can only happen at a morgue. I told you everything last time, but if you say so, you're the doctor. Allow me to call my assistant in. I'll use your example to show him how to proceed during an appointment.
Don't be mad that they lied to you, doctor, sir. Respect begets fear.
Actually, you know, that's fair. Like, there are a lot of people who walk into a doctor's office and they had... I'm really bad about it. I walk into a doctor's office and I forget everything I was going to talk to them about. And also in a time like this, when you want to not be sick with anything because it could be the sand plague, makes sense. Everybody lies! House number 2, let's go! House reference. He kinda does. So, Little, we have a patient here. She's claiming to be in good health, despite having a fever a few days ago. Do we take her word for it? Well, if she has a fever, there must be a reason for it, and we have to find it. Remember this. A patient's self-evaluation may be incorrect. That's why you must ask specific questions about the symptoms. That's what's come up during the exam, and about the patient's circumstances in daily life. Questions, but how do you connect the answer to a diagnosis? I'll demonstrate. Observe and learn, Little. I won't be around forever. The patient is running a temperature, in other words, a fever. Open my ledger, look up fever, and tell me, how many conditions is it listed as a symptom of? Influenza, burning fever, consumption, measles, I can't even read the one after that. An absolute tongue twister. Jeez, there's so many of them. 8 diagnoses fit that bill. It's a frequent symptom, which means that you have to find others and narrow down the search. Then do it again and again until you're left with just one verdict. This Little is known as differential diagnosis. The name is self-explanatory. We differentiate between similar things to find the only correct solution to the problem. Listen, if anybody he was in the front row. If it helps, this has been a very close, this is what The Bachelors look like basically the entire time. Although, If you get the chance, look up his Pathologic 1 model. If I remember right, his jacket has a whole bunch of, like, if I remember, it's like filigree, not like embroidered, but almost like pressed into the back of the jacket. It is so pretty, and I am jealous. I want a jacket like that. Like, let me see if I can find an image of him. There's not a lot of good images, but yeah, his... Oh, it's so pretty. I would love to have a jacket like that. I can't wait to give the method a try. Let's get down to it then. You look pale, ma'am. Has your skin been like this since birth, or is this pallor recent? It definitely looks more like his original concept art, but both are amazing. It's not like I get to look in the mirror a lot, living in a boiler room and all, but I don't think I've ever been pale. Rich do-nothings are pale. Me, I'm a commoner. So pallor isn't typical for you. We're marking that as a symptom. Little add pallor to the fever in the record. What do we get? A mere 2 conditions, down from 8. It's like magic. A single symptom. Pallor eliminated 6 of our 8 candidates. We're left with a choice of just 2. Where did this hematoma come from, my good lady? I mean, the bruise over here next to your wrist. Did you bump into something, or is there someone who batters you? Don't worry, there's nothing to be embarrassed of when seeing a doctor. I'm not embarrassed. A bruise? Well, that's news to me. I haven't seen it before. I can't remember anything like what you're talking about. I certainly wasn't beaten up. Must have bumped into something myself or forgotten about it with all the fuss. The boiler room is dark and cramped. That's probably where the bruise is from. Dr. Dankovsky, I'm seeing this hematoma, this fancy bruise on your list. Got your money on anemia? That's interesting. I don't know if anemia is one that we can choose. Well, maybe. I'll have to see if it's an option. Like, anemia is typically, especially when it comes to diseases, more a symptom. Yeah, the time period vitamin D deficiency is off the table, along with it being in the Russian steppe. They're SOL. Are you with us, little? Pay attention. She doesn't remember how she got the bruise. She can only guess. The manual provides a more detailed description of the illness for a situation like this. What causes it, who's susceptible, etc. It can give useful clues. I got it. When in doubt, read about the condition in detail. Oh, I didn't know that anemic vasculopathy was in it. Okay. Practicing medicine takes more than checking symptoms against a list with a schoolboy's diligence. You have to bring your reasoning into it. Here's one way to do it. Tell me, good lady, do you garden? Do you grow anything at all, from roses to cucumbers? Cucumber. Roses? I'm not following you at all now, doctor. No, I've never liked digging and shoveling earth and all that. There, earth. Does the boiler room you've been relocated to have an earthen floor by any chance? That's right. It does have an earthen floor. The boiler room isn't suited for living in, but in these times I'd be ungrateful to complain. How did you guess, doctor, about the earthen floor? Earth. There was something about earth in the manual. I wish I could remember where. Oh, wait, can I open the casebook right now? We can! How did he figure out I'm guessing that's something I figure out in this conversation. Wait, so can I fill these out? at the same time that she is, that the rest of them are, hematoma. Actually, yeah, it's right here. Yeah, it's amazing. I love it. Fever, severe pallor. Oh, you may or may not have it. Risk groups, peasant plowmen, grave diggers, and other various types of people working with soil. Okay. But yeah, like, for example, dystrophy is not on here at all. But yeah, you can read up on literally every disease in this. Like, Bonkowski's fever, you can go through all of it. And there are a couple that are like stepidrinus. Some local ones. She hasn't mentioned headaches. I wonder if we will get to a point where she mentions hydrophobia. Low weight isn't always caused by malnutrition. Sometimes. Okay, yeah. And then trying to, yeah, okay. Wait, listen, we love shitting on The Bachelor. He is just a poor, naive, arrogant little man. And it's fun. It's simple. All kinds of things can be found in your local soils, including microorganisms capable of disrupting circulation, hence the pallor. The bruises were not caused by trauma. A hematoma appears when blood vessel walls are damaged, either by an external force or, as in this case, an illness, and the infection can be contracted from contact with earth. We found our diagnosis. You're a genius, Dr. Dankovsky. How did your report go? Did you at least have some fun while doing it? Listen, you can absolutely take it. Just make sure you get the arrogant little man part in there. I don't think there's a single clip on the channel yet. So, sure, if it helps, I made a clip of Horror Hog. Oh, God.
With my single whisper.
Oh, yeah, my wife just reminded me, with my single grisper. It's over on his channel. You should absolutely go take a moment and look at it. It was during a Silent Hill F stream. I think he was in a loading screen when he said it. So even if you're looking at not getting spoilers, it's there. But if you picked up on the logic, what to do, in what order, interview, examination, follow-up interview, then you consult the casebook. Bravo to you. You are a true master of medicine, so the patient has the sand pest alongside. What's the other diagnosis? I'm going to fill in the patient's record now, and then you can read my verdict. What about me, doctor? Where am I to go? What happens next? You will remain here under observation, and your blood will be used for the vaccine. Here's hope that everyone can benefit from this. Cool. That went super well. Lock in diagnosis. Investigation will cease for today. In the evening, you'll be notified whether diagnosis was correct at the Stillwater. Confirm. She's a smoker? Oh yeah, I saw that earlier. I think it's interesting that that didn't come up. Diagnosis determined. And then if I remember right, all the ones with the gears you can right click on and get rid of them. We should go check on those kids real quick, because we are nearing the end of the day. I think we have until about, I think it's like from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Oh, it's tragedians. What are they doing? Filling a jug with something? Oh, this is what they were doing earlier. Oh, were they playing dice? Yeah, we stepped out of the hospital. Yeah, you can. I might have to accept it in the mod view, but it would just be in accepting it. Did it let you or no? Oh yeah, this is another fun situation. So in order to get to this other district, we have to pass through this rioting district. Well, we should go through the other gate. Oh, my apathy is rising. Oh, my apathy is really rising. Let's take some drugs about this. Is coffee addictive? Coffee is addictive. No. Screw your apathy. I will be a manic man. Oh, we're manic again. Alright. So in order to get to these kids, which it looks like, yeah, they're in this district here. We have to go through this rioting one. If you guys haven't seen the rioting system yet, or the system to get through them, oh, it is so much fun. It plays on the simple fact that people don't want to get shot, so you aim your gun at them if you feel threatened by them, because of course they don't want to get shot. Gunshots, it sounds like. Thank you for making it. Yeah, like, see, he's approaching me. I just can't really show off that I am out of bullets, because then, of course, they know, hey, he's out of bullets, let's jump him. Oh, he aims the gun dumb. As a resident American here, this man does not know how to aim a gun properly. At the very least, he's not aiming it in a way that would make it easy to use. It's more trying to feel it, and if you are not experienced enough, you will not feel it. Take all. Gimme. Listen, it doesn't help that I have to maintain like 30 of them. Are these the kids? I take it they are. Did Bear send you? Bear said he said a grown-up would come play with us while he's away. Hold on. There were supposed to be 3 of you, no? We should tell him. Oh no! Harrispex is gonna get mad at me, and we're not gonna be even sleeping in the same bed tonight.
Gay sex.
No gay sex for me tonight. You should tell him.
I
No.
know the lines too. How else could I find my way around all the attics and the cellars and those twisty yards?
So, fun fact, this kid is semi-important in the in the original for The Bachelor. Because I think it's on, is that day 3 or 4? You're supposed to find Sticky in the original, and he hands you an item called a schmouter. A schmouter is a bunch of crushed up random meds. Like, literally random, like, just grabbed random medications from their parents' closets. And it'll cure you of the plague, but it'll also do a lot of damage to your, like 90% of your health and damage or more. It won't kill you if you are at full health, but it will hurt a lot. But it cures you of the plague and anybody else you have to give it to, because the first game also has a system where you have your bound. Every day that you don't complete the objective, it just keeps moving on. Screw you. We're just gonna keep going. But one of your bound will get sick, and you have to give them medication in order to even talk to them that day. But sometimes you have to talk to them to continue with that day. So if you get somebody sick early on, you might want to use a schmouter on them. None of the nearby buildings are burning, so you haven't set anything on fire yet. I don't see any reason to worry. That is only in the first one, the one from 05, but yeah, it's... God, I love these games. Maybe he can help. Or he'll just punish us. Do you want him to punish us? Please, just tell me what happened. It's not our fault, honest. Say, mister, have you ever seen a door disappear, like you walk through the door and then there's no door? Hi. No, not ever. I told you, he's gonna punish us too, Grumpy, even though it's not our fault anyway. We're playing hide and seek, and then there was this door, and murky, and then the door slam, and it was just the wall here. We had nothing to do with it. We were just standing here touching the wall. Okay, slow down. Take a breath. Explain it from the beginning, please. What door are you talking about? I told you the door was right here. It just appeared in the wall. Murky went through it, and as soon as it closed, slam, gone. No more door. Just this wall. Bear's gonna be upset. He's gonna be so upset. Oh no, my gay sex. No! The still water's not gonna be very still tonight. Please, mister, don't tell Bear we've lost Murky. I swear, we asked her not to go in, but she said they were calling her and she went in anyway. Stop. Right here, in this very wall. Door, right here, in this very wall. Showed up, vanished. Am I understanding correctly? What a stupid old man you are. We told you we were playing hide and seek. A door appeared, then vanished, and Murky was here, and then she vanished too. Murky, 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 where are you? Yell with us, mister. You're so big, you've got a bigger voice than we do, and it'll reach farther. Sure, we'll yell for her. Oh, you really can really scream, mister. I think I'm deaf now. I have an idea. Let's look outside the house for her. The door was right here, inside the house. So we'll go this way, and you'll go the other way. We won't miss anything like that. What? I can't hear you. I think I got death in both ears from his screaming. Yeah, I'm gonna be so fucking mad. Like, if the middle of the bar is like right here, I'm gonna be like over here. A very funny boy. Do you know how doctors cure deafness? By putting a leech inside your ear. Would you like me to cure it? No, I'm better already. Thank you. I'm perfectly healthy and ready to go looking for Murky. So let's start searching the house, please. No, stop. Please, stay right where you are and don't move. I don't want any more lost kids on my hands. I am looking around the house myself. So you two stay put. Yep, called it. Okay, so we gotta look for the kid. I need to search around the house where the doors appear to vanish. Okay. I can't go in. Talk. Laughing. I heard it laughing. I've never seen such a thing before. Pardon me, have you seen a child around here, a little girl? I have. Some kids were playing over on the playground recently, and there were a few girls among them. No, I know those ones. A little girl went missing somewhere nearby, and I'm looking for her. I can't help you. I'm nearsighted, so all kids look the same to me. I don't even see their faces, just blurry blobs. And I can't stand little brats anyway. They call me Mole Eyes. Children are living flowers of the earth. Indeed. God damn it. Indeed. And sometimes you just want to feed them to the cows. You mentioned you heard something. What were you talking about? I walked past the water tower and I heard someone laughing, but there was absolutely no one around. It took me out of my wits. I'm not going back there again today. Where is this water tower? It's just west of here, behind that house. Thanks. So, house to the west. Map. To the... A moment. North, south, east... Wait, this way. So there's a water tower somewhere over... This way. Because that's going to be north. So... I mean, I guess this is more of that. Oh! Oh, you can hear the kid laughing. Okay. So, like, here. Hey there, kid. Oh, Murky, Little Grump. One of the many orphans of this town. Nobody knows where she came from. It was as if she sprang from the earth itself, like a weed. It's unclear who she's meant to become. I mean, if it helps, one of my coworkers met my mom for the first time, and my mom is like... Oh god, how old am I? She's like 42. And one of my coworkers met her for the first time and went... That can't be your mom. That can't be. She looks no more than 27. I'm like, you might as well have just called her my age.
They'll have to stitch my belly back together.
Why is your belly in pieces? Like, not that's like not even like cut open. That's like in pieces if it's gotta be back together. Hi, you're so small, really tiny. Where have you been? Your friends have been looking everywhere for you. I got lost, then I found myself again. I said hi, I look far, I can see everything from up here. Oh, yeah, the picture at the bar, yeah. Wait, you got to see that picture? Your friends told me you went through some door and then it vanished behind you. Yeah, it's so good. I'm gonna tell you right now, all of the kids in the game are weird, and that's kind of the point. Oh, I followed the music and ended up in a room. A moth was there. When I saw it, it spoke to me. Why does he mention a grandpa? But they didn't. Or maybe that's a Russian translation? Like a translation error? I'm gonna choose that one. God damn it. This is how it is. Do you really want to see the edge of the world? Come up, I'll show you, and you can see it really well from here. I'm afraid the water tower can't support both of us at once. You're boring. You don't like to play. Of course, I should have guessed as much. It's all just a game. There was never any door, and you were never lost. You played a prank on silly old Uncle Bachelor, and he believed you. Oh! Let's go! You're wrong not to believe her, Danielle. She's telling the truth. Wait, what? Why did you just call me Danielle? Danielle? Who's that? You're completely cuckoo, mister. Gods. The old man you saw in the room with the moth. What was his name? Did he introduce himself? Why would he introduce himself? He's Grandpa. Everyone in town knows and loves him. He's good. I see. Talking to you is about as useful as talking in the water tower. I'll go tell your friends you're safe and sound. Wait, mister, help me down. I can't do it by myself. Gladly. It'd be a bit scary to see. It's a bit scary seeing you sitting up there so high. Come on, just be careful. Oh!
Pit-a-pat. Pit-a-pat. Oh, pit-a-pat.
God,
3 coffin bears, 2 mice, and a bat.
My mania is nearly maxed out. We're gonna do some drugs about it. Use.
Freeze frame.
Woo! Drugs! I mean, one of the nice things about having high mania is I always get to move quickly. And especially with having to travel back through a rioting district, it'll be nice. Let's check the mind map. Is it just... Oh, I can just tell them I found their friend. Yep, gonna do cocaine about it. Hey, mister, I've got a letter for you. Bear told me to make sure I delivered it to you personally. Well then, hand it... Why are you breathing so heavily? Are you feeling unwell? I'm out of breath because Bear promised I'd get a coin if I ran quick enough. Sorry, kid. I don't have any coins to spare. Bear said you're not stingy. He also said you'd get a coin. So he lied twice. Mister, hey mister. At least give me some tobacco then, will you? Smoking is bad for you. This is coming from a doctor. Wow, get a load of this. A grown-up with no money and no tobacco. And you don't even look like a beggar. Here, take your stupid letter. Thanks, boy. I wish you all the best. I wish some sense into your head. I wish some sense into that head of yours even more. Ah, my mania! No! What is the secrecy? Burok reports he found a test subject for me, but there are issues. He's waiting for me in a hidden place in the Tanners. Okay, cool. I can make it to there without going through the rioting district. And I think there was something else. Residents of the Tanner. Wait. Oh, okay. I've honored your request. Can't go to the hospital. Too dangerous. I'll wait for you in the Tanners near the stone by the river. I'll explain when you get there. P.S. The messenger boy will ask for a coin or tobacco. Don't give him any. I've been trying to weed him off begging for the last 3 days, but to no avail yet.
Baby needs smoko.
Baby needs smoko! God, you move so quickly if you are high on mania. Okay. There was a time in the very early portion of the game where I could not talk to these kids because I was so manic that they wouldn't let me talk to them. Let's see if I cannot talk. The world is abuzz with mania. Yeah. Oh. Okay.
Words, too, break bones.
Greetings, physician. Sorry I had to call you out here. The kids are safe and sound if you're interested. God damn it. Thank you, Emshin. I value your help. I tried to get inside the termitary, but it's my human. I've never seen that much security. If you couldn't get into the termitary, who have you brought with you? His name is Conjurer. He happened to be outside on the day the termitary was locked down, but his family was left inside. I found him in the abattoir. He's ill, Emshin. And he's agreed to help with your research, but on one condition. What? Do I need to look after his kids too? No problem. I'm quite an experienced daddy at this point. What's the condition? You will kill him. Oh! I'm looking for death, Emsham. What? Sorry. That's not quite what I meant. What I meant was... Sorry for anybody. What? Are you both drunk or something? What are you rambling about? Hey! Give me death, quick and painless. Do you have any poison on you? Why do you want to die? I'm against Sardmal and Emsham. All my family, my wife, my children, they all went underground with the sand plague. Oh. That's an interesting letter. Quick and painless, then ask for poison. Yeah. Basically, any method to die is not quick and painless. The closest thing to painless is drowning, and it's still immensely painful. But after a certain point, your body stops registering pain. And even, yeah, there's still an immense panic. There's nothing that is quick and painless. I'm gonna see if I can figure out a meaning for this word. Because there's this one here with the odd letter. Yeah. I mean, the team that made this is relatively small, which is honestly my preferred way to play games nowadays. Like, I do have like, I will go to town on Monster Hunter all the time. But a focused game is more interesting to me than a game you can do everything in, like this. I can't even pull my... Well, I guess I could pull my gun out at any time. I just don't usually try because there's no point. But also, I think I've found a cure for my mania, because killing people drops your apathy a ton. Like, so you know that scene when you're playing through the beginning in day 5, and the Bachelor decides to do the die because everything is fucked, and then you start doing the actual time travel mechanics? I do think the VOD is up for that one. It's one of, I think it's the first one, and we ended about that time. But I did have that mini game where he's trying to kill himself come up again because my apathy got too low after killing 2 guys because they were threatening. Oh God, who were they threatening? It wasn't Bad Grief. It was Rubin, Stanislav Rubin. They threatened him in one of the districts on day 2, and then it's the warehouse district, and then you have to go back to the warehouse district on day 3 to save Bad Grief. Babeeeeey should have embraced me 2 days ago, but she took my loved ones and left me a Grant Shutmall and Jim. If you want to kill yourself, there are plenty of ways to do it. Why do you need me? I can't. Killing yourself is... Oh... Koreatoy? Babeeeeey will punish me with blindness. Everyone knows it. If you take your own Emdral, Babeeeeey takes your eyes out. If I have no eyes when I'm underground, I can't see my loved ones again. But every other no. What a day. Nobody would believe me if I told them. Is that why you called me out to this alleyway of all places so I could kill you without any witnesses? Yeah. The issue is that it's long Russian in that it's like I could do the small ones because I'm sure that it can help. Like, some of the words that he was saying are very much like, this is a stand-in for soul. I think it was the Amdal. Babeeeeey is a deity. It seems to be almost like an earth mother, if that makes sense. It definitely helps with figuring out the story. Especially when talking with more of the tribal and folk people. I'm not used to Russian so at all, so my brain is just, this is wrong. Yeah, and it doesn't help that I'm sure you've noticed my tongue gets tied very easily, even with just standard words that I'm reading. And part of that is just, I learned to read entirely internally, so I can read significantly faster internally. So my brain will automatically start reading before I've reached that point, speaking-wise. But this is kind of helping. You don't want Bad Grief's people to see you. Why's that? That's none of your business. I'm not prying into yours, said Gil. Don't you pry into mine. You're asking me to become your murderer. Before I make that decision, I need to understand who you are and what's at stake. Have you the courage to be honest to the end? Yeah, and I'm kind of just coming to terms with it is Russian, but also, luckily, Russian is one of the few languages that when written out into this specific script, it's one of the ones that's actually fairly phonetic. There's a couple things similar to, like, the X, when written in Chinese, typically have a different sound that's not native to the script. I'm guessing this word is some sort of sickness. Probably a stand-in for the sand plague. I wanted to escape the town. People said Tikal had come back, and I took my family to the Termitary. I told them to Kali, and then I went to their warehouses and took money out of cash. Grief's money. I stole from them to save my family, Shem. Let me guess. When you returned with the money, the termitary had been sealed off and your plan fell apart. I wanted to cool the guards. The guards took the money, but I... I know that the original game is Russian and that it has then been translated, so there is actually a really good chance that this is supposed to be as much almost undecipherable as the traditional Russian. The original Pathologic had a situation where it was written in a way that was hard to comprehend even in plain English. A simple sentence was super loaded. Yeah, kind of like an in-game language. That's what I'm kind of thinking. Where it was written like a theater play. It was written in a way that was difficult to understand without seriously mulling over every word in every sentence. And there are few times where I felt like that in this one, which is weird, because especially for the Bachelor, who is not native to this area, it would make sense if he didn't really get it, but also he also talks like that.
He talks like that because he's a dramatic bitch.
I love you. I love your commentary. My wife says that the Bachelor talks like that because he's a dramatic bitch. Yeah, I am starting to think that this is probably an in-game language thing. Yeah, he is. He is such a little... We'll keep going. I see. I sympathize with you, Kanjur. Let's say we have a deal. Describe your symptoms to me, please. How do you feel? My tolgoi hurts, and there's a bitter taste in my mouth. It hurts to urinate. When I do, it is the color of the earth. And everything around me looks yellow. So, probably... Seeing as these two are connected... Probably a sore throat, plus bitter taste in the mouth, hurts to urinate. So probably dehydration of some kind, and everything around me looks yellow. So yeah. What do you think, Barack? His liver is failing. Correct. We need to take a sample of your liver, Kanjur. Take my life in Shim. Then take anything else you want. Alright. There's no... I'm afraid I don't have the necessary drugs to give you a peaceful death. Then have some on me, physician. Take them. What if you drag me into... Cool! I can lie to them! I do have drugs.
You too can look, but you can't see the lines.
Oh? Oh, what's this? Were my diagnoses correct? Oh, that's the diagnoses thing. The doomed patient begs me to end his suffering. When I perform euthanasia, Barack will obtain an organ for research. Examination. White whip toxin, a rough and unpleasant herb that contains deadly poison, can paralyze and cause lethargy. It works as a sedative in mixtures. Sure. Oh, cool. Landed right where it needed to. Euthanizing people that are already sick does give you... Cool, he also gave me bromide. Does give you more amalgam. Basically, you take what time would be left over for yourself. Yeah, there it goes. Okay, let's talk.
It'll be difficult for you to get used to our traditions.
You did the right thing, physician. Don't doubt yourself. We don't have much time. I need a sample of his liver. Give me a minute. Here, take it. If I were you, I'd hurry. I'm on it. Remnants of Kanjur. My decisions echo in the future. Pieces of the puzzle. piece of the puzzle. Such a horrible fate. My job is to examine the tissue in the analyzer. See on the map. And that's back at the still water. And that's where I will see my results. So let's get back to the hospital and finish off. Oh my gosh, I am so fast. I'm a speedy boy. Is there a way out from here? Oh. Push. Push. Push, 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 push.
Boiling, cracking, screeching. Livid.
Okay, that's a lot better. God, it is really noticeable, that speed difference, though. God damn it. Okay, how the hell do I get out of here? Right there. Got it. Yeah! My health is low. Excuse me, I must take my medicine. Goes for a little ride on the swing. Oh god, I gotta go back through the rioting district again. Yeah, cause, well, one moment. 27 minutes. Versus going here, here, and here. 33 minutes. But that is without going through the rioting district. But also I've got bullets. So, oh, that just said 39. Well. Moo. Get mooed. We are actually going to raise my mania a little bit. I'm not a doctor. You don't know me. I need more health. Use. Okay, I'm nearly out. Because it should just be out here and then. Yes, up these stairs. Cool, we made it. He is just a little bitch. Okay. Let's head back to the hospital and do some more diagnoses. They're back. Oh, there's an executor on the stage now. I love these guys. They're such designs. I definitely prefer their look in the original, or at the very least in the HD remaster, because they have such an amazing texture on their cloak. Okay, let's talk. Are you gonna burn me? Where did you get that idea? It's not exactly a secret. The whole thing is like putting out a wildfire. If someone's house is under suspicion, it's torched. If someone sneezes, the entire district sealed off. Sick and healthy folk alike. That those who do have the sandpest are marched off and burned. Let's burn him! What are your ailments before the epidemic broke out? I don't have any. Constitution of an axe. Really? Of an ox. Blech. Really? None? A cold, maybe? Weak spells, fainting, rashes, or melted vision, or the occasional itch? Mr. Tiny here told me I could be useful to you. Before I die, that is. Said you can find something inside me that slows the pest down. So go ahead, find it. Whatever you need. Do you want to draw some blood from me? Alright then. Where did they bring you in from? I walked here, from home. Got it from my neighbors, knew as soon as the skin on my chest started peeling away. So I waited a day. The neighbors' screams stopped in the middle of the night. I went to check on them in the morning and they were all dead. Me though, I was alive and walking. Now I'm here. Why do you need to know that, doctor? Might come in useful. What's your vocation? I'm a dyer. Been breathing in poisons for 5 years now. One day it's red, the next is blue, then yellow. Could be that's why this fever of yours doesn't do me anything. Take off your clothes, let's do an examination. Well, he's got a high heart rate. Peeling skin, he mentioned, unlikely to be the stone disease, more likely eczema. Heart beats too fast, but that can be a case of personal trait. I love that they actually bring up the fact that it could be a personal trait, okay? Let's check his back. His back is clear. Let's check his arms. Arms are clear. Interesting that he works as a dyer and his hands are fine. Legs! Give me your leggies. Legs reverse. Give me a spin. Oh, what was that? Now this is interesting. His skin is yellowed. Just an old chemical burn scar. So, skin inflammation with characteristic redness. Lesions converge in clusters of blurred boundaries between peeling may be observed. We'll go ahead and mark it along with... Or was it? Yellowing of the skin. Go ahead and mark everything that we've got so far. Which it looks like burning fever is still the most likely. Transmitted through contact from breathing. Initially, the disease presents with fever, headache, and abdominal pain. Later, ulcers and eczema appear on the skin. Itchy, herpetic rashes are often observed. The patient experiences psychosis, frequent fatal outcomes among densely living and working population. Living crowded conditions are unsanitary. Did he mention vision impairment? I don't think he did. Well, let's still talk to him. Yeah, if he did mention visual impairment, that would actually make it more likely to be hepatitis, I think. Ah, there we go. Vision impairment. Although it doesn't really fit with the risk group unless he's got an autoimmune disorder. We also need to talk to him about if it's a scar. Because it may be something that he's unfamiliar with. And if oh, he does drink in moderation. Which is not something that anybody else has popped up with. Like, even Luda, who was a smoker, did not mention that she drank. Along with poor hygiene could be connected to his profession, because if he's not careful about his hygiene, it could cause extra poisons and such. And especially if this has been going on for a long time, he may not have noticed weight loss, nausea, or diarrhea past like a day or like a single day's thing. Let's talk to him about it. I am thinking that, though. Examination results. First, record the discovered symptoms in the casebook, then question the patient about them in detail. Okay, cool. Have you sorted it out, doctor? Will it be useful in your remedies? My vaccine. It's a vaccine I'm working on. Please, allow me a couple of clarifying questions so I can be certain of your diagnosis. It's the plague, of course. The sand pest thing, isn't it? That's what I'm talking about. Your second diagnosis will show how your body is fighting the sand pest. The plague, yes, but there's another condition that's prolonging your life. You said it yourself. Your neighbors didn't survive the night, but you're still holding up admirably. Well, blow me down. 2 ailments making me healthier than if I had only one. But you know best, doctor. What did you want to question me, right? Question all you want. The skin on your foot is yellowing. Liver conditions can cause this. Have you noticed anything like that? Yellowing? On my foot? That's dye, doctor. I'm a dye. A tub spilled once. Here's the burn. It's old and it's healed over time. It's smaller and paler than before. Okay, so it's not the yellowing of the skin. That still leaves 3 back to back. But with no... Well, that may just be something that's not showing up. Oh, this is the other one that I thought the one gal had. The dancer. In contact with animals and rural residents. Yakov, little, where is he when he's needed? He should see a symptom disproven. He always puts all sorts of things into the chart, then diagnosing every disease in the world. Is that all, or have you got more questions? Give me your hand, please. I've taken your pulse. I believe I've noticed your heart behaving erratically. It's too fast. Been running too fast not too long ago, doctor. I can hear it myself, thrashing like it's caught in a snare. Too fast indeed. You complained about the skin on your chest peeling. It was here, right? On the very middle. I knew right away. Skin turned nasty when you're plagued, right? Eczema, that much is obvious. The symptoms can indicate one of 2 diseases. Now, to tell them apart. Pulse and eczema give together a clearer picture, yes. You'll help. Okay, so... Oh, it's straight up not hepatitis. The yellowing of the skin and the visual impairment, which he may not have been an actual thing. But the burning pulse is one that we definitely have. Yeah, because if we get rid of vision impairment, that is the only one. So it is burning fever. You were right! So let's see. Burning fever, highly contagious, caught by Neurocera virus, transmitted through contact and breathing. Initially, the disease presents with fever, headache, and abdominal pain. Later, ulcers and eczema appear on the skin. Itchy, herpetic rashes are often observed. The patient experiences psychosis, frequent fatal outcomes among densely living and working populations. You'll be fine. Think of it as training. So, burning fever. Lock. Okay. Cool. So we got one more person to diagnose today? Yes. Velot guards that factory dormitory, which Old Minstead closed off for the public eye. Which is, he's that one there. My job is to... And then I've got to examine the piece of liver tonight. Which we can do after we are done with him. Velot. And that's the story of my life, and time's up to the present moment. But why do you want all these details from me? A half hour's worth of talking, and it was all beside the point? I thought you'd be interested to know why the sandpest can't get me. Because I certainly find that fact interesting. I'd even say amazing. Wait, okay, no, it didn't look like he actually used half an hour of my time. I'm interested too. Your blood may save about 400 people by tomorrow morning, but only if I can correctly identify your other illnesses. You sure you're not overstating my importance, Doc? Right. Old Minsky cork determinary shut, and you've been guarding it for, is it 6 days? Since Tuesday? This is the third time you've asked me. May I ask why you distrust me so? Are you quite sure that everyone inside is healthy and there's no way the disease could sneak in? Who knows? At first they said there'd been a blowout of some kind of sweet soot. Settled on the walls later, looked like mold. Well, the kin was worried. They're like bees. It's how they respond to things. As soon as one makes a noise, the rest are unquiet as well. There was a mighty buzz in the hive, perhaps on account of the poisonous soot. Conditions are tough in the cannery, you know? Yeah, it's... Listen, every time that I sit down and get ready for this stream, I am always ecstatic for a Pathologic stream. What's going on there now? They're shouting. Lots of clamor, and a nasty kind of clamor, too. It's what you'd expect. They're not having a great time stuck in there like pickles in a jar. No regular meals, not enough drink to go around either. The place is, after all, a poorhouse. Our fat man treats his people like cattle. Getting through the day is a struggle. Small wonder they're slamming into walls. If it was up to me... For it up to you, then what? You can't lock up a living creature against its will. It's how you turn people into proper beasts. But try so much as hinting that to our old Minsky yes men, you'll be they're dead drunk on power. Used to be alright working with them, but now I can't stand those guardsmen. Alright, let me ask you this then. What time of day do you feel worse than usual? All the time. I used to be as hardy as a bull wrangler, but now I have trouble even standing up for long. I get drowsy, my knees give out, it's embarrassing. I feel like I'm failing everybody. Okay. Enjoy your lurk. Alcoholic suspected. Clinical picture weakness. We will go ahead and mark everything as we see it. That should be the only one there for now. And then we can always take them off after. Have you been easily fatigued like this for a long time? I don't take a great interest in my own person, Doctor. Got enough people to spend my attention on, that is, but I have trouble doing my job because of this. It's a rugged man's job. Enjoy your bed. Probably gonna go for like another hour or two. I know I started a little later than usual, but took some time to even get out of work. But we'll probably actually finish up when we finish this day. See what our diagnoses are, choose the next day, and get on into it. But we still have a bit to go. Disrobe, down to your undergarments, my good guardsman. I'm going to examine you. Since you're so preoccupied with my work as a security guard, here's my advice to you, Doctor. You're being too heavy-handed. This lockdown of yours is making people seethe, and a cauldron can only seethe so long before the lid flies off, even if you screw it down. Prepare to be examined. Since I certainly would take note of this pertinent critique if I had any other options. Okay, his heart rate looks good. Looks exhausted. He's trembling. Could he be using Twirine? That's local, like, absinthe-like alcohol, if you are unfamiliar. Ooh, strange redness. Rash, bites, something else. There's red spots on his face, too. That's the only thing? So, rash, skin redness, maybe insect bites. Differ from rash by absence of swelling. Besides red can be black and green. Different types indicate different diseases. Distinct patches on skin ranging from light flesh to bright red. Okay, cool. Oh, does that spend another hour if I open the book and close it again? I'm gonna have to check. Or another 10 minutes, I mean. Arms reverse. Gimme. Looks okay. Guess we're starting with legs reverse. Oh, the veins are definitely damaged. The question is, how long ago? Okay, so it's 21:31. Vein damage. Veins on the arms and legs become distinctly visible through the skin due to various causes. Varicose veins are darkening. Okay. It does not use another 10 minutes. Cool. I don't have to worry about that. And just more damaged veins. Okay. I think that's about everything we can do with him. Talk. Let me go, will you, doctor? I don't understand all this commotion about me. What makes me so special? Besides, I've got work to do. Work? I'm sorry, but you're gonna have to forget about your work for now. You must remain at the hospital. I used to guard locked up people, and I've been locked up myself. That's life for you, isn't it? That's the kind of joke life plays. You have no idea how sick I am of the joke life plays. It's not the same, frankly. I don't see the point of the termitary lockdown. It's desperation for the old Minskys. Meanwhile, here, you can serve the common good through the vaccine. Oh, I was just musing myself. What do you want me to do? Do I need to give blood or maybe take a pill? The weakness you reported accompanies too many different ailments. I must have clarity on the rest of your symptoms. I told you my entire life story, Doc, and you still want more? Ask away, then. The veins on your legs don't look very healthy. Have you ever noticed that before? My legs? They're that way from all the time I spend standing up. It's my job as a security guard. 16 hours of standing every day, and old Minsky won't spare a stool for us to sit down. Says it's not the proper way. Bad for discipline. Working as a guard can easily cause a mundane case of varicose veins. On the other hand, at least 3 promising diagnoses on the vaccine front can manifest as vein issues. How many vein damage? Wait, is that the only one with just vein damage? Vein damage, rash, but he doesn't. Infection caused by bacteria. Found in unwashed fruits and berries. The metropolitan issues suggest fruit worms as carriers of the infection. As an infected person initially complains of chest pain and hallucinations resulting from the damage to heart and brain issues. Subsequently, the poison produced by infected tissues manifests blackened veins on the patient's hands and changes the shape of the pupils. Black rash is possible on the body, especially on the back. Mortality risk quite high, but decreases with proper treatment. Okay. Working as a guard can easily cause the mundane symptom. You're quite lost in thought, Doctor. Am I really that complicated? Can't wrap my head around a little old me being at the center of this brouhaha. There's a syndrome that fits your description, but it mostly affects drunks. I'd like to ask you, good sir, do you consume alcohol? Do you do it on a regular basis? In what quantities? Is there? Crowded conditions. Contact with rural animals. People with Twireen syndrome. Alcoholics. Vein damage, red eyes, and yellowing of the skin. Patients experience muscle weakness, sweating, depressed mental state, migraines and dizziness, often accompanied by gastrointestinal symptoms. 8 to 12 hours of exasperation. Exacerbation. Hallucination. Photophobia and seizures frequently manifest. Allergic reactions such as skin reddening, yellowing may occur. Epileptic seizures occur. In extreme cases, it can lead to breathing difficulties, coma, and death. So let's... Oh, that is one with 3, along with vein damage. Quantities best described as God forbid. In my line of work, you must be alert. So my basis hasn't been regular since last year. Quite the contrary, I've been abstaining. Can't stand a drinker myself. Your diagnosis depends on it. Do you understand your diagnosis? As far as I'm concerned, you're just 5 liters of blood packed into a person. I'm telling you, it's not regular. I don't have the habit, period. Can you recollect any other ailments besides what you've already mentioned? Just the fatigue? I don't have time for ailments, do I, doctor? Between one whole day of work and the next, I'm lucky if I get enough sleep and have time to throw lunch together. On top of that, lately you've what? Nothing, doctor. I'm losing my train of thought here. Not used to chattering away for a whole hour like you and I've been doing. Tell me all of it. Any out-of-the-ordinary detail about your life, however trivial, may turn out to be important. You really like to dig into it, don't you? Like a tick. I don't have any out-of-the-ordinary details for you. They're all in the ordinary. It'd be really funny if it was memory lapses. God, there's a lot of things. I mean, we know it's not Twireen, so it's everything above as possible. How long have you had those red spots on your skin? Never had clear skin, me. It's not clear skin life over here. Although, let me think of it. Actually, yeah, those spots are pointing out are brand new. Hey! I take it he doesn't mark insect bites. 1, 2, 3, 4. But that would still involve... Wait a moment. I'm keeping the reddening as a symptom on your record. This narrows it down to 4 possible diagnoses. Is this the one I was supposed to interact with first? One moment. Rash. Insect bites. Oh, I probably wasn't supposed to mark insect bites, huh? Well, it's not Twireen syndrome. Narrows it down. Where do you monitor at? It's house time! No, I can't in good conscience put my stamp on a diagnosis. I don't have enough information, not without home inspection or neighbors' testimonies. I'm going to your house, sir. House MD! My house? Why on earth, doctor? I can understand talking to me, feeling me up from head to toe, collecting my blood, but searching my home like I'm some bandit? What did I do wrong?
That's why you don't ask them first.
That's why you don't ask them first. That's why you just send your lackeys. Hey, Yakov, let's go raid this man's house. Please understand, in order to create a vaccine that can save hundreds of people, several hundred people, I must establish what you're suffering with besides the sand pest. Well, well, well. Not at all what I expected from a man of medicine, going off to break into my house. Imagine that. Don't worry. I won't touch anything. I just need to take a look around. Alright. Do I have the time for this? Oh, God. Where is this? Ah. Fuck. I'm running out of time. Okay. I am actually, first things first, gonna go analyze this liver. Because I feel like that's the end of that line. Because I am running out of time. I might have enough time to make it there and back and make my final diagnosis if I do it. Because what, that's 30 minutes, 26 minutes. Why does he take such a roundabout route to get there? What the fuck? Yeah, that's 15 minutes if you do it like that. What? Fuck it. Start travel. God, I hope I have enough time for this. Hey, it's a changeling. Why do you insist on snooping around here? Did I make it clear that you'd be devoured? I'm a doctor, studying the disease is my mission. I cannot do that by hiding from it. Well, that's certainly noble for you, but in that case, you need to learn the anatomy of an affected district. There's usually an epicenter. What do you see on the ground here? Plague miasma and fog. There's a focal point somewhere in the district, a plague rupture, and there are often dark crimson flowers blooming from it. A flower that thrives on blood. That makes the rupture easy to spot, but if I were you, I'd stay far away from Falls Pool. No, I'm suggesting you get far away from here, do absolutely anything else. Besides, the flower isn't even that pretty. The louder the sound, the closer I am. Again with that focus thing, but I wasn't even able to, like...
Quite the imagination you've got, Dankovsky.
Is it? It's the next house. Ah, shit! Fuck you. We're dealing with this shit here and now. Oh, hi! Why did you... Excuse me. Excuse me, miss. We're gonna open that door. Oh, I'm out of healing items. Oh, joy of joys. Which one is Velat's room? Which one is Velat's room? Locked. Locked. I'm going to go with probably locked. Locked.
The town dribbles.
Were my diagnoses correct? I'll find out soon. The reports will be delivered in Stillwater. Yep. Oh. Hi. No, I'm not anywhere near that. Okay. Loot! Loot! Oh, it's a clock. Okay. So that's the only person here to talk to. Got it. Talk. Velat's neighbor. I just mopped the floor, now you're walking all over. It took forever to scrub clean, you know. Apologies, I'm not very good at walking in a handstand. My legs always veer off to the left for some reason. Stop with that clowning, will you? First he's turned the bathroom upside down, and now it's our only one of it for all these apartments. People wash their kids here, and they take their baths on Tuesdays and Thursdays. They keep it clean. Now you're here with your remarks. Bigger Palafiats, aren't you? Filat's in the hospital now, under observation. I'm here to find out how he got sick. So Filat's in the hospital. Perhaps that's for the best. Have you been living in the same house for long? Do you know him well? We've known each other since we were kids. He was like a brother to my husband. I helped him out his whole life with cleaning and cooking and whatnot. He was a loner with no one to take care of him, and it wasn't too much trouble for me. We were neighbors after all, and friends. Filat was lucky to have you. At this rate, I'll soon start to envy people who live in these small towns, where everyone knows everyone. We drifted apart a little as time went on, but he used to always thank me. Then one day, it was like bam, he forgot everything. Never said a word anymore, scurried past me to his apartment, eyes down, no hello, no goodbye. But he sure showed this bathroom who's boss. So this sort of frenzied rage isn't typical of Filat. He never trashed anything before and was well behaved. What kind of person this is typical of is an easy guess. You often get this with drunks. One moment he sits there quietly, and then he's delirious all of a sudden. With all this ruckus and mess, at least he didn't punch anyone out. I interviewed Filat. He said he stayed away from alcohol. He didn't drink before, but go ahead and look at that window. The town's falling to pieces. It's enough to make a saint start drinking. It's like people have gone crazy. Someone grabbed a bottle, some grabbed a knife. It's hard to stay human. Everyone's inner beast is looking to break out. So you know for certain that Filat trashed his place in a drunken haze, or is that just what you're assuming? What do you think happened? He didn't just trash this shared bathroom. He was sick of all over it. The whole place was a mess. I thought I'd never get it clean. Do you know what it's like to mop up someone else's vomit? How would a smart dresser like you know that, eh? Filat vomited, that's what matters. It's a symptom that hasn't been noted before. Have you ever figured out everything you needed? Have you figured out everything you needed? I'd like to finish the cleaning here. The kids from downstairs will be here soon to wash their hands before eating. They'll be better off if they don't see this mess. So, the vomiting could be related to alcohol, but also he could be having psychological symptoms, like memory loss. Was one of the symptoms that he had exhibited, which could be explained also. Just a minute. Is there anything else you can tell me about Filat? Do you happen to know any illnesses he had in the past? Chronic or acute? Anything you can remember? No, the man was never sick. Tough, strong and tough as a cart horse. And I mean, I could easily imagine him pulling an actual cart. That was why they hired him to guard the old Minsky meat cannery back in the day. If you ask me, Filat may be built for the job, but it's not just a job for him. The termitary needs security to make sure the step brutes aren't beating around town, and he was getting sentimental about them. That's why he and I fell out. We argued whether worms and herb brides were our equals. Some security guard. He argued with me too about whether it's right to keep people locked up in the face of a looming epidemic, about whether people should ever be isolated for their own good. What a thing to say. Stop trying to confuse me. I don't have time to pick your philosophizing apart anyway. I've got a bathroom to finish cleaning. Filat got into philosophizing too, and it both destroyed our friendship and made him an alcoholic. There's no good in that. Can we go back to his drinking once more? Your delirium hypothesis is logical, but still only conjecture. In fact, his denial of a drinking habit sounded very sincere to me. Who wants to confess something shameful like that? shameful like that. The thing is, lifelong sots are proud of it, and it's the new made ones who are ashamed. I hope he's ashamed. It's anyone's darn guess if he is. It's like he's become a completely different man. For all I know, he's lost all sense of himself at this point. Gone completely off his rocker. Off his rocker. There's something new again. Are you just talking about the bathroom incident, or are there any other evidence that he's off his rocker? He has episodes, you know. Before he trashed the bathroom, I'd hear his muttering coming from behind his door every night, and he lives alone. No family, no one visits him. My husband and I used to be his only friends. He started talking to himself, and that's a sure sign. You may be right after all. The hallucinations do point towards delirium. Well, are we done now? I have my limits too, you know. Mopping floors is hard enough, but bad-mouthing a former friend is harder. I'm sorry for the poor dummy. Where's Filat's room? I'd like to take a look before I go, after all. It's further down the hallway. Here's the key. I've got work to do. Been breaking my back for half a day here. And whose fault is it? A fool who's also a drunk now. Poor soul. Now I must remember to put hallucinations of vomiting on his record, according to his neighbor. Got the key. Okay, so hallucinations. I don't think it's going to be memory lapses. Those also fit with his chances of drinking a lot, along with memory lapses, so that's even closer. And wasn't there something about his eyes? I don't remember. Well, let's check his room. Oh. Concentrate. Nerves playing tricks, it's just a dull view. I thought someone was here to feel out of children, but neighbor says he lives alone. It's telling me to concentrate on these, but I can't. Why? Why can I not? Oh, it's E to concentrate. No wonder Filat got sick with living conditions like these. The food has gone bad. Who would eat something like this? Perhaps Filat was so weak he couldn't even throw out the run food. But in the hospital he didn't really complain about anything. He could have been hiding a serious ailment. Though without the packaging I can't tell what it is. What's that? This. Compress? Smells of step herbs, folk medicine. Worse off than he told me. Man, it's fun having difficult ones. So nausea and vomiting is not for certain one. Still mark it for now. I do love that while you're in the book, it pauses it. Because, oh god, if time kept moving while you were thinking about it. I should see if there's anything else here and then head back to him. Hi. Wait, can I reconcentrate? Yes, okay, it's just this again. Okay. Definitely showed lots of memory from when he was younger. Let's talk to the kid that showed up. What is this? Well, this is news. The neighbor told me Filat lived alone. I have no idea what you're saying. Hello, Erdine, I said. Why have you come? Ah, right. Erdine. That's what you call scientists, right? I've got nowhere to go. Don't kick me out, Erdine. I'm a guest here myself. I wish someone would kick me out so I could go home. Not going back to the Warren. The Warren? What's that? So he wasn't hallucinating. He's at the hospital. He's ill. I'm a doctor and I need to find out what he's ill with. Will you help me? Does Filat drink? Not a drop. So he doesn't drink. Cool. Check the floor for signs of rodents, too. That's fair. Did you eat it? Is this what made Filat vomit? So, not vomit, not drinking. Cool. Not hallucinations. He was hot and tossed and turned, so he had a fever. So mice, headache, fever, hunger, and the vomiting. So mice, headache, fever, hunger, the vomiting, fatigue, and skin reddening. The water scared him. Hydrophobia. So, nausea and vomiting, yes. Skin redness, yes. Hydrophobia, no hallucinations. Bulimia, no drinking. Vein damage, weakness, fever, which just even more so confirms that. Geophagia. Along with mice, people in contact with animals. Puzzle seems solved. Let's see evidence of mice. Yeah. Mousetrap? Mousetrap. Mousetrap. Oh, mousetrap! Unused, but mousetrap. Okay. So that would explain the people in contact with animals. From animals and their waste. Okay. Rash is on there. Did he didn't have a rapid pulse if I remember correctly. But yeah, that even just hydrophobia, nausea, vomiting, skin redness, weakness, and fever outdoes everything. So bulimia and rash don't even need to be up there. And even if bulimia wasn't on there, this is still only 3. And he... Yeah, okay. So we figured him out. Well, what is it, doctors? Feel out doing badly, drunk himself to death's door, did he? I believe I figured it out. I'll take another look at him first. I strongly advise you get checked for the sand pest as well. And if the pills were for a headache, it's there too. Huh? I was gonna say, the kids said that they didn't know what the pills were for. They were unfamiliar with them. He's talking for the boy from the termitary. From the termitary? You mean you brought one of those little beasts in the house? No need for harsh words. The boy has a difficult situation of his own. Okay. We need to try and get back. Shit. Stop that. Kick.
Forgot that there's so much of the world.
I can make it out. I know we didn't take the sample, but I frankly do not have. Because what is that? 31 minutes versus here. And then here. 33 minutes. That's through writing district. Whereas I can guarantee... Yes, I think this is going to be my best bet. Or do I still have to travel through the rioting? God damn it. Can I? Oh, I can make it through that little gap. Stop that! I mean, we've got enough to diagnose him no matter what at this point. Can I go in through this door? No, damn it. Oh, I'm gonna run out of time. Oh, I wasn't even looking at the right building. Okay. Come on. Come on. Oh, I am so gonna run out of time. And I still need to analyze that liver. I don't think I'm gonna have enough time. Woot! Open casebook. I'm just trying to speed through this because I'm running out of time. Okay, yes, he does have hydrophobia. So, yes. Rest will be delivered after 6 in the evening. Yeah, I've got 30 minutes to make it. I need to go the other way. To the still water, and I still have to analyze. Which fucking sucks. Is there anything to raise my mania on the way? I wonder if it reduces travel time. 26 minutes. Okay, yeah. I'm not making it in time. Oh god, it took the long way around. God damn it. 2 o'clock. The end of the day has come, in which is seen unfolds.
The audience is wondering, Venerable Simon, will you step on stage this time? Simon remains silent, and the audience frets as well. Our Father Simon, are you dead or alive again, like the last time? No, Simon keeps his silence, and the audience is puzzled still. Did you ever exist at all, Simon? Or were you only a shadow on the screen? Simon the Wise, grant us answers, we beg you. All quiet. It seems Simon has forgotten his lines, and now he needs a prompter.
Yes, at the end of each day, if you make it to the timeout sequence, you get met with, it looks like a scene from a play, which, that was definitely Mark Immortel telling us about Simon, which is interesting that they mentioned the dead or alive, because it seems like there's a bit of Simon that we can interact with at a later point, just not yet. I can raise my mania so much here. I'm a little sad that I wasn't able to analyze that liver. Maybe I can do it on the next day. Pharmacies are closed and supplies are running out, but with my equipment I'll be able to create almost anything I need. Analyze item, not available at the end of the day. Yeah, it was literally like a couple minutes and I realized... Take? All diagnoses are correct! The town will receive an effective vaccine for at least today. All that remains is to sign a decree. But I can't sign. Can I sign the decree right now? Loot. Not available at the end of the day. She's playing the piano again. Okay, let's see if we can sign decrees. Because, God, I hope I can sign. Oh, God, I can't. No, I was just a little. Wait, what's that? Oh, review decrees. Not available at the end of the day. Damn it. That's actually, like, genuinely disheartening. Because I was really hoping that I would make it. God, I was so close. Let's talk.
Tomorrow shall not come, unless you want it to. Do come home.
It's so lovely to see you this evening, all the more lovely for being uncertain. I'm glad to see you too, Eva. People came to me all day, sent me notes. They begged me to flee the town while there was still a chance. But I also thought about leaving the town. But you can't run from something, only to something, otherwise you'll get lost, like a ship with no lighthouse. My lighthouse is my Thanatica. It calls me back to the capital, but I didn't answer the call. Not this time. That's why it's so lovely to see you today. I wonder if you'd leave. I even wanted to go looking for you to talk you out of it, but I didn't. I would be imposing. Worse, you might have invited me to go with you. Of course I would have invited you if I hadn't realized that the entire escape plan was doomed. I would have refused. I already told you. I have nowhere to run to. Everything dear to me, everything truly important is here. Why would I be anywhere else? A person can start a new life, reinvent themselves. I'm sure you could, but this conversation is pointless. Neither you nor I are running anywhere. The people who asked me to run today kept saying it was the last chance, but for some reason I doubt it. There will be another chance, a real one. No one could leave the town today, but on another day everything will turn out differently. I wonder what you'll choose then. One day I'll leave, obviously, but not before the plague is defeated. I'm so sleepy. While I waited to see if you'd return or not, sleep wouldn't come at all. I was afraid of seeing you in a dream and then waking to a reality where you were gone, and now I'm exhausted. Good night then. Rest well. Time travel is now available through all clocks in town. Wait, can I go anywhere then?
The audience is wondering, Venerable Simon, will you step on stage this time? Simon remains silent, and the audience frets as well.
Can I explore the town like this? No, it won't let me. Okay.
Silence, and the audience is puzzled still. Did you ever exist at all, Simon? Or were you only a shadow on the screen? Simon the one.
So, we've got some options. I think we will probably end the stream here. But there is stuff on day 4 that we did not complete. Or we can continue to day 5. There's a bit of me that would like to go into day 4 again to complete the stuff with Barack. And be able to set those the oh god, what are they called? Decrees. And to set those decrees to see what effects they would have. But alas, this is where it ended. But of course, it's not like time is keeping us here. And there's, of course, the questions about the mysterious gal asking about for Simon Kane. There was the man who was buried in the cemetery. There was the entirety of Laura Ravel, who we didn't even interact with. Plus, we would then have to redo everything with the kids to try and even get back to the piece of liver. There's a lot we can still do today. What? Day 5, what did we even complete? Oh. I think it may be worth redoing day 3 just to complete a couple more things. Which, if we do that, we'll probably still call it here, honestly. How did we offend the Canes? I think I want to dive back into day 3 next time. We had some really interesting leads. We did get all of the doctoring done, which was the main thing I wanted to work on. The only real major things that I'm actually, like, the liver is the one thing that I was like, I want to go back and redo that, so that way I can actually get it done. And luckily that was pretty self-contained and all kind of in its own area. So we can blitz right through that. Maybe we should, I think we'll redo next time. Well, we'll select it if it'll let us. Oh yeah, I don't even know if it'll let us redo day 3 because of the inspector. Let's try. I mean, I got the main thing that I absolutely wanted to get done today, which was getting the hospital up and running and diagnosing. But with not being able to do the decrees, I think it kind of screwed us over. We'll see. Let's try and restart day 3. Wait, shit, I clicked the wrong one. I'm at day 4. Day 4. Day 4. Start day. Or shit, is this the wrong one? This is still the wrong one. Fuck. So I've got amazing news. We can fix this. By doing this. Oh god, we started noon? Oh wait. Jesus, we started noon. Fuck day 3. We're leaving day 3. Yeah, we just taken a big old nap. Day 4. There we go. Okay, so day 4. Now the actual what we're doing. Day 4. What do we have? So we don't have anything. It's not going to show us anything about Laura or the one gal. If we go back to bad grief, we could start the stuff with a mystery lady. Oh god. And then him to the inspector just, so I slept for the whole day. God, that would go over great. Holy shit! On my 4th day in town, the kid buried Ruben alive in the coffin? That's why he's dead? That's one of the reasons why he's dead. God! Ruben and Bad Grief end up almost dying so many times. I think this is literally would be the 2nd day in a row that we had saved Ruben. Holy fuck. Wait, yeah, where is it? There's somewhere in this one where, or it's on day 2 where I saved Ruben. No, it wasn't on day 2, it was on day 3. But where was that? Yes, okay. So, with Ruben being one of the only trained doctors in town, that's something we are going to have to do. I'm actually going to write that down for next stream. Or for the next one we do, which we'll probably do this one again Friday. Because, God, I fucking love this game. Yeah. It gets in me like worms, you know, like the big guys, but also like the little dudes in the earth. And it just, it hits all of the right pieces. So we need to save the guy from the graveyard. We need to get to Brock. We need to talk to the changeling and get them on our side. If that's not, is that set in stone? Let me see. Day 4. Oh god, I still have to find a solution for the water? Okay, so we want to save Ruben. And the water, I think. And we want to keep Bad Grief alive. Okay, yes. Clara is gonna actually be working with us. So, the graveyard, Barak. And then there was Laura and Mystery Woman. And we'll put Bad Grief next to that, so that way we can go talk to Grief and find that information. Unless that's something where we have to go save him and then talk to him again. But we will see. We will go ahead and reset. Just those two. Start day. And with that, we'll go ahead and collect some amalgam. Because I definitely fucked that up. Or wait, no. I'm gonna get more from doing the talk with the Harrispecs. Let's loot our shit. Or can I change the decrees? Exchange decree. Oh, let's go. Okay, cool. We can change the decrees to what we've got. Okay, change decree on this one. Exchange surplus command fluid fuel for medical supplies. It's gonna raise contagion, but also, or it's gonna lower contagion but raise unrest. Okay. The curfew would help with the unrest, right? Right. Yes, it would. God, that one raises unrest so much. Protection from the shop knock. And then day 5, what do we have? Curfew, of course, to lower unrest. I wonder if like 100 is the hard line for unrest or something. Should definitely throw in protection from Shobnock. It helps at the very least. And I don't have the patrolman to do either one. Let's go and drop quarantine. Yeah, let's just leave. I think it'd be best to... I wonder what the unrest limit is. You know what? Fuck it. Fuck it. Let's throw some quarantine on there. I guess I do need to get that contagion down as much as possible right away. And then I still have 15 patrolmen and 30 orderlies on this day. I could throw in a curfew, or I could swap for more medicine, which actually my medicine is my most popular one. Howdy! Meowdy even. We are actually just finishing up for the day. We had just completed day 4? Day 4. And we got our main thing completed, but the one side thing we were working on, we failed. We had gotten part of the way through it and didn't complete it, in which the day cuts off and doesn't continue with it. But we did, because of course the game has time travel, we did load back into the day we just completed and are now fulfilling the decrees, which we weren't able to do last when the day completed. Luckily, we did get to keep the decrees we unlocked. That's fair. In that case, curfew. Yeah, it's genuinely amazing. it's probably going to get a little bit less meta now that the character kind of understands that, hey, he's actually time traveling and can have consequences. But there was a moment where we got to watch the Bachelor, the main character, kind of have a little bit of a breakdown as he went, holy fuck, I met them 2 days, I met them yesterday, but yesterday was actually 2 days in the future, and yeah, it was a whole thing. But there's like 4 different tasks we've got to do today. I actually have them all written down. There's technically a 5th we could do, but we're not going to do that one. At least not anytime soon, because it involves escaping the town, and well, the guy's on trial for not doing his... Yeah. I think to a certain point, like the initial break of... Well, I guess the question is, what do you mean if I was him? Because if you were him with time travel and all the pressure... Spooky lady keeps touching it. Yeah, when you... I'm gonna be honest, I have been loving every second of it. I am discovering... this game helped me discover that I enjoy stories with, like, genuinely love and thirst for stories with actual important and followable time travel. Like, time travel for the sake of time travel, and you don't do anything with it, what's the point? But him specifically, like, I think one of the things that helps with him trying to run away is he's back. He's just back in the thick of things. Luckily, it feels like I've been able to follow it so far. And there have definitely been some callbacks to previous iterations of this story, because it is a retelling of a retelling. But God, I love every little bit that they do with it. I am noticing it's got this mark on day 6 of town died. But if you notice, at the start of day 6, I'm actually really close to being where I need to be. I think I am like right there at the cusp of making it so that way people survive. I would love to throw curfew on there, but I can't right now. At least not yet. Oh, mysterious figures on there. Holy crap, it marked everything for me. Cool. Except for the graveyard. Oh yeah, because I found out about the mysterious figure from Bad Grief, so it continued that. We want to do this traditional medicine one. Yeah, it is semi-condensed, but there's been a couple things that's like, oh, hey, that's a direct call to one of the previous games. And stuff like that. Like when I was talking earlier about when we were talking to the Harrispecs, and he mentioned that it was blood and herbs, but he just didn't know what herbs and what blood yet. Because that is... If you know already, you know that it's bull blood that he's looking for. Yeah, so the only one that we absolutely have to do here... Wait, is that Snake? Oh, okay. We're gonna just... click through this real quick, because this is our assistant who talks us through everything. Oh god, and we gotta figure out a water issue too, because somebody broke all the water. him. So part of that is, I think, because he is followed by, or he is a person who was put in this position by another guy in power who is already locked up an entire basically slum district. And it's not going well. And everyone's like, why did you lock this up? Let us in. And he's like, no, I can't let you do that, because then the plague will get in/out, and we don't know if it's actually in there yet or not. Ooh, I'm so mysterious. Ooh. Yeah, it's... Okay. But I do think that is it for tonight. We might actually have to redo that conversation because there's no manual saves. Fuck it.
One Stankovsky. Now, 1,000 fragments of Dankovsky.
But yeah, we'll probably end up calling it there, as it has been an interesting night, and we will be back again Friday. The planned time is about... Wait, Friday? Yes, Friday. Friday at about 6. Yeah, I had a lot of fun with it. I am excited for the next one, and this is probably going to become a Friday game too. We'll probably swap it from Skyrim, Misk, and then Skyrim, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, to Skyrim, Misk, Pathologic. I don't... Unless something happens, we should be there. But we'll see what happens. I will take a look at raids real quick, see if there's anybody... Oh, it looks like there's somebody doing, to be honest, what looks like almost the final boss. If I'm judging that correctly. Honestly, to me, I'm not really seeing anything interesting. So we're probably just going to shut it down. Marine mammal rescue is always an option, if not them. You know what? That works. We'll do that. Is it just spelled exactly like that? Like, can I copy and paste this? Cool. Yeah, we will raid them. All right. I will see you all later.